Speaking of things that are brand new, just built and available for, party times for the general public, Hasbro has been the last couple of weeks shipping out the Proton pack from Ghostbusters Afterlife. It was a HasLab project. $400 got you a toy replica, and just keep that in mind. Toy.
Yeah.
But it's an impressive one.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And Bo and Kevin, you guys didn't get one, right?
No.
Okay. Well, I don't know how I'm going to show this here.
Oh, yeah.
On the screen. So I'll hold it up best I can. There it is. That is the HasLab Proton pack.
Oh, yeah. There it is.
That's it.
Don't bump your camera, okay?
No, don't touch the camera. But it's really cool. As you can.
Ooh.
And of course, the LEDs on the cyclotron.
Nice.
That's spiffy.
I have the rumble feature turned off because it is loud and obnoxious.
It is, yeah.
But yeah, I'm not going to go into all the details of the pack or whatever. But
go watch the movie.
yeah, watch the movie. Trust me, like Adam Savage has a video and some modifications he did to his pack. Like I said, Hasbro did a really good job with this. We got two. One was a surprise for Jess. And they both finally came. I'm still waiting on my green slime day one backer to come in. There's like a vinyl green slime that can hang on here, and it's not the biggest thing in the world, but FedEx, if you're listening, has had my slime in limbo for 2 weeks now. It is floating somewhere on a FedEx truck and has not been delivered yet, despite a couple of phone calls to FedEx. And well, FedEx is not my favorite shipping company.
Well, and you have your mailbox now, so that's not an excuse.
Yeah, that's not an issue at all. And what was funny is the FedEx driver who dropped this first pack off, because they deliver it in the box that says Ghostbusters something on the side. It doesn't specifically say Proton pack, but it's got. And he's like, he was a younger guy, and he's like, "Hey man, what kind of Ghostbuster thing you got in here?" He's like, kind of cool. And I said, "Well, it's a Proton pack." And he's like, "Oh really?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And so we got into a conversation out of the front porch because I was having to sign for it, and B, he was
a conversation piece.
Yeah, it really was. And so we were talking about how we were the Alabama Ghostbusters and everything else. And so this was delivered on Monday on MLK Day. And then Friday, I was working from home because I had to go get my kids. And the same guy shows up with an identical box. And I see him pull up and open up the door. And he's like, "Another one?" I said, "This one's for the wife." And he said, "Man, I delivered one in such and such neighborhood the other day, and this guy knew you." So
that's why am I not surprised?
And so I laughed, and he said, "I can't remember his name." And so for the benefit, because he's a listener to our podcast, hi Josh. I said, "Was it Josh?" And he goes, yeah, that's who it was. That was his name. I said, "Yeah, Josh has his delivered the other day too." Yeah. So our poor young FedEx guy has been delivering Proton packs all around our city. So, but I knew Josh was getting it. There's Jess holding up some of the burnt Stay Puft marshmallow figures that came with it. They're really cute.
Yeah.
Burnt. Yeah.
You can change out there. Just like the plasma ones, you can change out there. They got little heads and stuff.
Nice.
There's the little toasted ones. This guy's a little perturbed. He's burnt. There you go. Yeah, you got that. So, yeah.
All right. Hopefully I got this sitting up, not falling over. I got the stand over there. But yeah, our buddy Shane, I know he got one. Because he messaged me, he's like, "How do you put this stand together?" Because the stand is heavy duty, and you've got to beat on that thing to get the legs on there. But he was like, you didn't break yours, did you? And I said, "No, I didn't." I said, "Just lay it flat and just kind of with the heel of your palm, just kind of pop, or get a rubber mallet and have at it." But no, we've got a lot of friends who got a lot of these, and so there's 20,000 or plus Proton packs floating out there now, where there wasn't as many before, but as far as a toy, it's great.
Yeah.
It's great. There's a lot of possible modifications to make to it. Now, whether or not I do, because I kind of like it as is, honestly.
They did a good, like, just for the
Yeah.
photos I've seen, they did an excellent job on it.
Yeah, and my neutrino one works perfectly with it. I know some people like Phil, our buddy in Tennessee, had some issues. His didn't even couldn't turn on, but it turned out to be the battery box connector inside. So they sent a few of them out with some quality issues.
Well, I mean, that's going to happen. Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to. You have that many, but this first one turned out okay. I have not opened the box to the second one, and will at some later date. It's not a priority for me right now.
Yeah.
But my priority is finding that slime from FedEx.
The slime is missing.
Yeah. Somebody blows their nose and you want to keep it.
That's right.
I just want them to
Hopefully
deliver it.
Yeah.
Hopefully by the time this episode releases, you'll have it.
Hopefully so. I'm going to call them again tomorrow because it's still showing as on the truck out for delivery. But they are, they're plastic. They're going to degrade over time. So if you're thinking about wearing this at a lot of conventions or whatever, you can attach an Alice frame to it and everything else, and which will help. But one of the modifications will definitely need to be an aluminum motherboard, custom made from somewhere, if you're going to wear this at conventions and have it try to do something for a long time, because it's plastic. It's going to degrade. It's not made for wearing to cons at
constant use. Yeah. No constant use.
Yeah. They're not built for that. But you can go to gbfans.com, AJ Quick's website. That's been a great resource for more than 2 decades.
Yeah.
And find various forums there and people on Facebook, various groups that will help you build a good quality pack that will last.
Yeah.
Like AJ's posted on the Facebook and I guess his TikTok of like some of the modifications, like adding a metal ion arm or an actual clipper to it. Like it's a good video for even the most novice person can do it.
Yeah.
It's not going to take a lot to mod these things, and it's got 2 different modes in it. You can leave it in GB Afterlife mode, which I'm going to keep this pack in. But this also, you can strip it down from some of the things and turn it into an 84 pack. It's got the lights and sound configuration for the original movie pack as well. So I mean, they're fantastic. People have already been, the neutrino one that works with it is from Afterlife. You got to buy that from Hasbro. But some people have been making 3D printed grips and everything else to turn the wand into an 84 wand. They're really good. So there's a lot of information out there. Adam Savage has got a great video, like I said, of him modifying his. A lot of fun to be had with these, but I think maybe at least one of these packs, I'm just going to leave it as is. I may change out the yellow, the nylon wire holder that's on the front. I don't know what it's called, and the name escapes me at the moment, but I may do that just for this pack. But for everything else, I like it. I like it like it is. I really do.
Yeah.
I wonder what any mad lads have tried to connect their Medi wand to it yet.
I'm sure somebody has tried.
Oh, I know. As I'm saying,
I sold mine years ago, so I don't have one anymore. But hopefully, with the success of this HasLab with this Proton pack, I'm really hoping that they'll do some more, full scale models or full scale toys with it. I really hope for like we had the Maddie Ghost Trap. I hope that Hasbro will release that, maybe a PKE meter.
Yeah.
Who knows what they'll do in the future, but hopefully, because this was such a successful campaign, hopefully that they'll do it.
Yeah, very successful. Had a great support behind it. So yeah.
Yeah, you had people like me buying a second pack behind your wife's back.
Yeah.
But I was buying it for her.
Did they limit to how many one person could purchase? Because I remember I've seen
5
like
per account.
5
per account. So you could get another Hasbro Pulse account, and get more.
Yeah.
I mean, I saw people with just stacks of boxes showing up.
Yeah, I'd say I'm just like, man.
They were showing them off like,
doing that flex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, good for you.
Fantastic.
Yeah, but they're reselling quite a little bit more than what the original purchase price was. But
I'm curious, especially closer we get to Halloween, what they'll jump up to. That usually seems to be the big thing.
And while that would be tempting to flip the second pack, no, it's going to be Jess's. We're going to do. I may turn one into an 84 pack and have one as an Afterlife pack. I don't know.
There you go.
My pack that I built myself is still residing in another area of the state. Somebody's still holding it for me until we get some more room in this house, which will be when we get a new house. Oh yeah, but you guys got any thoughts on the pack and the campaign and what people are doing that you guys are seeing? Or
I'm happy for the people that really are enthusiastic about it for what it is. There are some folks who have tried to make it something it's not. Those people can, enjoy what they want to. But I mean, like there's a lot of people genuinely happy that they have a Proton pack now. Like it's one of the coolest kid toys. We always wanted.
Well, it's an entry level accessory.
Yeah,
it used to be Proton packs. I mean, and all the time we've been involved with Alabama Ghostbusters or Ghostbusters in general. It's an exclusive thing. You got to do a lot to build one.
Yeah,
you got to get a lot together. You got to get kits. You got to know how to do the electronics. You know how to wire stuff up. Now you can just if you were fortunate enough to take part in this, you've got an entry level.
Yeah.
You've just got it.
Yes.
And for $400, man, you're not going to find a better one.
Yeah.
I mean, I know in the pack that I built, I invested, and this was back before being able to print things, and I sourced a lot of older vintage parts and everything. So I put well over $2,000 into building my pack when I did it, and my pack's high quality.
Yeah,
still to this day, hard fiberglass resin and everything. Shell, you just got to realize that this is plastic.
That's a toy.
Not going to survive a lot of wear and tear.
Right. It makes a great display piece if you have your collectibles, your Ghostbusters. If you're all that, it displays really nice. It looks fantastic.
Yeah, and I saw a lot of people doing some paint mods, paint applications of the stand. The stand itself is black, but a lot of people been rusting them up.
Oh, okay.
And rubbed on the rub and buff silver and everything all over it. There's some good looking stands that match that pack perfectly.
Yeah,
they look great. People are in some of these modification groups on Facebook. A lot of people are doing a lot of neat things. And, I will say, if you venture into those groups, just wear thick skin. Wear thick skin. The Ghostbusters community is wonderful. At the same time, is one of the most toxic places you'll ever find.
And I pretty much every costume cosplay community on Earth. Yes.
Yeah, and because I'm more involved with Ghostbusters than anything, it just
it's the one you're more aware of. Yes.
Yeah. It can get bad. So just go in there and wear thick skin if you have any. I'm not the type to engage. I go through and look through things. And I'm like, oh, that's cool, and then we'll go do it myself or whatever. But there are a lot of people who like to engage. I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah. Well, hopefully one day, if it's not, I'd be interested in putting this on just to see how it looks on me, because I've never had the benefit of ever wearing a pack before at all.
You'll fall backwards.
What? But hopefully at least one day that we'll even get to the point where we can actually build me a pack that will withstand going to cons and things like that.
Yeah, and it'll probably be a 3/4 scale pack, just because size.
Yeah.
She's tiny. So, but yeah, we'll get that done. We will.